Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fadila Huda. I'm from Abu Khori International University. I work this paper with my research partner, which is Madam Aini Shahira binti Jamaluddin, with the title Effects of Involvement in Non-Academic Organizations on Students' Performance in Classroom. All right, for the introduction, we firstly discuss about the students as human resources. So students are basically those who are studying specific knowledge and skills so that they can later support their success in future goals. So to improve their quality, learning programs in higher education institutions must be regulated using planning and implementation that are continuously evaluated so that they can provide life skills for themselves. We took 4 C's of 21st century skills as the soft skills, but unfortunately, these skills are not directly accommodated in learning in academic field. So, and the non-academic students organizations are believed to be able to develop students as academics who have skills in both academics and non-academic fields. So based on the introduction and the problem stated before, here are our research objectives. The first one is to investigate why do the students still get involved in non-academic organization. And the second one is to study what are the skills they gain from their involvement in the organizations they don't gain from their classroom experiences. And then the last one is to examine does the involvement in non-academic organization impact students' performance in classroom. So to support our previous research objectives, here are our some literature review. The first one is organization in university. Basically, these three researchers uh, differentiate between academic organization and non-academic organization. So the academic one are the students organizations sponsored by academic institution. Meanwhile, the non-academic ones are students organization that do not receive sponsorship from the campus. And then the second literature review is students organization skills. In our research paper, we provide some definition of some students organization skills, but here we put the general one, which is the definition of the student organizational skill itself by one of the researchers, which is Duzinski. So the third one, we also wanted to know about the extrinsic motivation in involving a non-academic organization. Here we took the definition from Christopher Nguyen. He stated that joining an organization gives students experiences to become top management in it, so that later in world of work, they are used to matters related to leadership. And the fourth one is the impacts of involvement in organizations on students' performance in a classroom. So based on Lamont A. Flowers, student involvement in organization is considered very important because organizations are places where they discover something new which can also have a good impact on their academic. And about our study, we chose qualitative approach, which is obtained from various sources using questionnaires through Google Classroom. And then for a case study, yes, it was chosen to pursue in-depth information about the topic. Now, for the sample, we involved 5 undergraduate students from all schools in Al Bukhari International University with the CGPA of 3.5 or above, and those who have joined non-academic organizations for at least 1 year. Alright, for the section of questionnaires, the first one, of course, the personal background, and then the second one is the reason why they still get involved in non-academic organizations, and the third one focuses on the skills they gain from the involvement that they do not gain from their classroom experiences, and the last one is that the impacts of the involvement in non-academic organizations on their performance in classrooms. So these questionnaires were made so that it will meet with our research objective. Alright, so for answering our research objectives, here are all the results and discussion. The first result is that based on the Google form we made, all respondents 100% claimed networking is their motivation to join non-academic organization. Uh, this is in line with the respondents A and B. They say to find a network, and then the second one they say connection. So this was also confirmed by Nicole Schrodt, um, who say that mixing with various human character and participating in event committees allows us to meet new people. And then he asserted that using personal networks accounts for over 80% of employee in today's workforce. Therefore, this article strengthens the main motivation of students to join is to build networking. All right, for the second result, it shows that 4 out of 5 respondents claim that management time skills, communication skill, and self-motivation skills are the skill they gain from the involvement in non-academic organization. As respondent B stated, that his confidence in himself is developing by standing in front of a lot of people, as well as speaking in the meeting with his fellow teammates. And then it also was explained by one of researchers, Pretty Anija, in 2020, that activities help students learn how to interact with people, how to resolve conflicts, and many more. Basically, joining an organization means students have to allocate time for themselves, family, lecture, assignments, and much more. So when everything is prioritized, they must have the ability to manage time. Alright, for the third result is that 80% of the respondents claim that they are not able to gain those previous skills through classroom experiences only. And communication skills are the skills that they cannot gain in school experiences the most. And these results were reinforced by research conducted in Indonesia. He stated that this organization provides space for students in order to be able to attend seminars or training that cannot be found elsewhere. Therefore, it is believed that communication skills are skills that cannot be obtained in classroom experiences, but only obtained by following a non-academic organization. So another result we found is that all respondents believe that joining non-academic organizations impact their performance in a classroom. So these results are also reinforced by research conducted in 2019, which says that there is a clear pattern of significantly greater impacts for social mixing than for personal non-academic characteristics. As a result, a student performance in the classroom is significantly impacted by both their organizational activities and their academic success. And the last result we found is that Students who participate in organizations are different from those who don't. So this finding was also discovered by Louis Smith and John Chenoweth in 2015, which say that students who were active in non-academic organization and campus groups gave themselves better ratings on a range of associated leadership qualities. So this result supports the hypothesis that participation in students' organization activities increased students' assessment of their own leadership abilities compared to students who did not participate in those clubs. All right, so for all the objectives and findings we discussed before, maybe this is the most important part, which is implication. We took two parties here. The first one is university itself. Here, from the various problems that occur in the scope of this research, it was revealed that the previous result we discussed of the research directly affected the intended parties. So this suggests to the university to make policies that can encourage students to join the organization. Of course, in creating new policies, they should consider the new possibility that will happen later. And then the second party is the student itself. Because of the positive impact of the result, this indirectly implies that students need to require serious consideration if they decide not to join an organization. Therefore, this study aims to make students aware that taking a role in non-academic organization will help them improve their self-quality. All right, I think that's all from us. Thank you for the attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.